Thank you, Mr. Head Coach, and thank you, Sandra. Sandra's assignment today was to explain to us about a project that she did, a motivational project, one where she was given a Motivate Others project, describe how she used the techniques of motivation to drive a group. Technically, I think rather presentationally, you did well. You're very comfortable up here. I think there's an informal nature to the way that you were speaking that was, I think, interesting and helpful for building comfort with the audience. The thing that I think you could improve here is the structure of and preparation of the presentation. I felt that you relied very much on the presentation on the screen to guide your speech. It almost felt like it was not fully prepared as in terms of what are the big pieces that I used to motivate others? What were the big driving techniques that we could take away from the speech? Rather, it was more about the event, about the way that you motivate the particular event rather than what are more general techniques that you can use across multiple events or multiple projects. To that point, I would have liked to have seen a path laid out very early in the speech. You stopped on a slide here where you talked about what you teach them about. In that sense, for example, I would say one thing that's very important when we motivate others is to give them their big why. And this is how I give them their big why. And you show the presentation about, this is the slide that I use and this is how I deliver it. You did that a bit and you gave great examples along the way, but it was very much seemed like this was a presentation that you were giving to your volunteers rather than to a group who wants to figure out how to motivate volunteers. Again, and the last thing I would stop with is the presentation was helpful, I think, in that situation where you're using it as an example, but in this case, it felt like it was moving the speech rather than you moving the presentation. And so what I would do for that, if you are going to use the presentation, what I would suggest is to take the cutout slides and then put the topic that you're referencing with it and put the slide in there as like a little example. So you would have something like, give them information on the why, and then you give a slide about the why. So I think that would help you incorporate the presentation that you use and then also move towards the objective of this speech. But other than that, I think it was a terrific speech. You know your stuff very well. I think I like your informal style in presenting it, and I encourage you to try again and do a similar speech.
Thank you.